Star Wars influence right there. That's what the kids soaked in and like we're excited about is now what they're being a part of in the society.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like if you really want to, kids are so important.
Yeah, I mean, Hollywood is definitely like programming this mythos.
You control, but you basically control like a larger. With a movie, like imagine like the communication that can be portrayed through that to so many people versus like, you know, other medias.
Right.
Nowadays, everyone's on their phone and devices. It's that fast hit of content.
I know, I just felt it. I felt it.
Yeah, you ever see that like
quick to digest information, trying not to like get it in.
I see it.
No, it's good. I mean, it can be used. It's a tool for beauty, or it's a tool for like manipulation and control, and
Exactly.
you know, I guess like from a
Baby cat.
little wild lion on the prowl. Yeah.
On John.
On that.
26%.
Yeah.
On Pete. On Zeke, on me.
I mean, Zeke, you've been around the whole Hollywood. You were in LA, right?
Yeah. It was.
Zeke went deep.
Yeah.
Zeke went deep.
Hollywood was.
Zeke went deep. You met a lot of famous people.
Yeah, I see that. And I understand why they'd be drawn to you. You're like this beacon.
Right.
But for real though, it's like
Yeah.
You can feel the Hollywood scene on it, right? Like kind of just, I see it.
it's pretty magnetic.
I see. I feel
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, you're magnetic, Ezekiel. Like,
Low key for real. Like,
yeah.
I haven't met anyone like you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Black Jesus.
It's gonna be much right now. Stop it. Thank you guys, bro.
So what do you want to call into Hollywood? Like, you know, since you're exposed to it, and I'm sure only more and more and more, you know, the people that you've connected with and will continue to connect with, like you're leaving an energetic imprint there.
Yeah, what I want to connect in Hollywood.
Seeds to plant.
Bro, I would want, like, for us to like, get together, like, as, like, family, and be on some occult shit, you know? Like, I actually saw some of this like in the future because like in the past I saw like, all right, so in Hollywood they have at the Kodak Theater they have like this Anunnaki statue, and they have like this the pine cone going to the tree, like the Anunnaki the pine cone.
Where's this at?
In Hollywood, where Kodak Theater. It's like right on Hollywood Boulevard. And that's where I met Chris, and I just like, and it was the song. It was Hero, like Hero by Spider-Man. Yes, bro. And then I saw the GoPro. Like I looked up, and it was like, oh, the Anunnaki. And then I looked down, and it was 333. And then Chris was like on the side of me.
What does 333 mean?
A Synod Master.
Yeah, I use it as like manifest. I think of it as like manifestation. Like, be aware of what you're meant. Well, like 1111 is more like be aware of what you manifest. But like 333 is like
Master.
that big.
Powerful.
That
That's
big
369. Damn.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's like Ascended Masters. It's like every time I look at that number, it's like that Ascended Master calling. It's like top of the pyramids, mystical.
Morning.
It's like
Good morning, Faith. Hey. People getting out.
Yeah, I see us all getting together.
Yeah.
Once like they see that there's this unification and that there's these initiates, and then they see that there's these people that are drawing in these energies, and then they'll like, because it's the was it the Rosa Crucia or the Rosa Crucia? Right? The Golden Dawn, these like orders. What's the other one? The Freemasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to. They're here to serve the planet. They're here to. They're like when I was reading that Merlin book, and like literally like they're looking for like the bloodline of like this bloodline of Christ, and like they're looking to like, serve him, and like this like all these mysteries, like they're looking for Merlin's tomb, to look for like the fifth element, and like there's just like so much secrets that the occult are like hiding back, you know. So I feel like because they know, they can predict, you know. Because I mean, how would they like the media, or how would they know now would be the time to like release disclosures about UFOs when it's at its highest peak, you know, for like UFO activity. Like I've never seen UFO activity like this, you know, like the way it's just like over and over and just more and more, and I just like wow. Like when I was in Thailand in 2019, before the initiation, I was staring at the sky for like hours and hours, bro, and it would be like a day I don't see nothing, bro. Like nothing. I'm like nothing, and I just go out there the next day. Come on, UFOs, where are you? Nothing. And then now you just go outside. Oh, there's a UFO, bro.
I like this song.
There's a UFO right there. There's a UFO right there. And it's just like they know that.
Well, and they've been planting this seed in our movies too, right? So it's interesting how like the mythos that's coming through Hollywood, coming through these things like in little breadcrumb trails. They already know it's coming, and sometimes they try to make it terrifying, right? They like plant the seed that these interdimensional beings make us scared of them.
Sorry to cut you off. You're talking about the invasion.
Right, the invasion versus this like arriving here to help us ascend energy. So that's why, like, you know, Brother Aziz just talking about this, like, okay, Hollywood is tapped in. It's like, what'd you say earlier this morning, Aziz? Like high vibe, low vibe, or like high frequency, you know, that like that brother you were talking about.
Yeah, it's like fucking. I don't remember the exact term.
But like, yeah, like you know, they're tapped.
Being tapped in, but using it for low resonance.
Exactly. So tapped in but low resonance. So Hollywood does that sometimes. Like they're tapped in, but they're tweaking the story so that it's planting the like for when the arrival does happen. Some people might be afraid of it. Other times, you know, we're seeing a whole mixed bag from like Hollywood, and you know, and that even goes in. They weave the occult knowledge in all the time. So clearly, like when they see someone like you, that's like the real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the thing that they're embodying. This like they have masters that like Freemason, etc., that are like writing the scripts, deciding what the director's cut is. You know, so that the greatest, most powerful stories and myths in humanity are like these beautiful things, but you know, woven, you know, like even Christianity, all these things, they weave in a little bit of something that takes away sovereignty sometimes, because it continues that pyramidal power structure. And so like the more we actually like flip that, and like, you know, I see you bringing like empowering people, you know, and I think if you can, when that switch gets flipped, and like those people that have now are sitting in positions of power in Hollywood, actors, whatever they are, and they're like, okay, wait, whoa, I see what we've been being used for this.
If you guys excuse me, I'm gonna take a cold shower, right?
Yeah, take a cold shower.
It's also about 11, so.
Okay, yeah, so, yeah.
Got 20 minutes for that.
Okay, thank you for the time check. Staying grounded. That's what I love about Aziz. He's like staying like on top of like what's on the grounded level here and now. while also like being so tapped into the astral dimension of what's happening here. You need it. Yeah, that's like an important part of the Starship crew. That's like, you know, keeping us on point.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He does.
Yeah, you got a divine brother right there.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Can't wait to make music, have him write a couple songs, and it's just. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. It already is. I mean, y'all are like out on the streets.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I was hearing about this in Pike Place yesterday, right?
Yeah.
There's like
Oh yeah, we were doing it. Like,
bringing some like just.
We just gotta get a speaker. We get a speaker.
That's what we need, right?
We just like have so much fun. We just do it all.
Yeah,
day.
bring a like wireless mic. Just
Yeah.
like get people in. Bring them in.
Yes.
Bring 'em in.
Yes. You know, I also wanted to say about like the Freemasons and I believe that they're just waiting for like. I feel like with all of the synchronicities and all of the hidden messages that lays in plain sight from like all of like these major companies, they're subliminally trying to have like what I feel like is like they're forcing this like person to come out, like this great attractor, this because like I was watching this documentary, it was called Synchronization.
Yeah.
And it was talking about like this at the end of like they was talking about Freemasons, but they were talking about like towards like the physicists, these like they're all looking at towards like the end of time, like what's going to happen, like towards there's this object at the end of time that's going to change everything and change the history of like the history forever and ever. Like there's just one valuable that's just need to be changed so that like just one valuable is changed and everything is changed forever. Like everything is changed forever.
What do you think that is? That like thing that transmutes everything and awakens the eyes of the soul in everyone?
What I think it is I don't know how it's gonna play out.
Yeah.
But I have some crazy ideas. I have so many like what it would look like, or like I try to imagine it. It's like I try to imagine like actually turning into a UFO or like a portal opening up, or just like go straight to hyperspace, or just go to another planet, or like UFOs are flying down. You know, yesterday there were UFOs coming from here. Yesterday it was like 9 or 10, like the same exact shooting star. The star was
you were saying that it just
it was just come and shoot off. Another the same thing. Shoot off. Another one would come and shoot off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I've never seen this type of activity before. And it was just in the same spot, and it wasn't like the same like consistency. It was just like one would come, shoot off, and then like a couple seconds later another one would come, shoot off, and like more seconds later one would come, shoot off, or you know.
Yeah.
I feel like, and then okay, and then like I see dragons too, so so I gotta work with like my dragon clan to my dragon heart.
Yeah.
And like I was doing the breathing exercise and doing the DMT, and it's just that ancient soul, like it's just timeless, and it feels like I'm time traveling. Like there's birds, like there's light coming out of my eyes.
There's definitely light coming out of your eyes all the time, brother. You got so much light. It's like overflowing.
I can feel like this other layer on top of me, on my hands.
Yeah.
Like piercing me with like electric shocks, and I can feel it like just vibrations all over my hand and on my feet. Sometimes I'll feel fire on my feet a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
it's the spaceship of the body is awakening, coming online.
Exactly.
Like you're just coming on.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and it's, I don't know, it's nuts.
And you embody it so consistently. It's what's amazing to me. Like I see you every time. You're just embodying it, and that embodiment is like waking people up. Like, oh yeah, that's what human being can be. Like, and of course, there's so many people that are like, wait, can I do that too? Like,
yes,
can I do that too? Can I be in that level of like self-assuredness to accept the gift of my human self? Am I beautiful enough on the inside and out to embody something like this brother Ezekiel's embodying? And what's cool is like, what I really appreciate about you, Ezekiel, is that like you're humble in that. You're so fucking humble. You're so humble, and you give it to people. You reflect back to them their beauty and their truth, and it calls into your quantum field. In your spaceship, the version of the people that's showing up is the one that's lit up with the light of God, because you are God, and wherever you travel, that's what's gonna be. And then those people get to go on and pollinate that. You don't even know, like the people you just maybe met in passing a year ago, 5 years ago, 7 years, where are they now? What did that do for them? And that's a huge service that you're doing for this world. I see it. I'm just like in the short but ancient time I've had with you.
Oh my God, let me tell you about the time when I saw you, bro. It was wow. It was like you had like static all around you, like this light like all around you, like moving. It was just so futuristic and just so like hyperspace, bro. It was just so hyperspace, man, like hyperspace, and it was just that smile on your face. It was just wow, bro. And it was just
I was feeling that too. It was right around. I was just like an entire auric dancing energy. And it continues. That's the thing. It's like you hold that field.
What the heck is DMT, bro? Wow.
Well, it's a sacred ancient molecule that we've been producing. It's a link between the spirit realm and this physical realm. And our bodies are not just like this scientific computer. It's like these are deep, like those compounds are conscious. They're like sacred. You think about in the DMT molecule, in the psilocybin molecule, all these, they are like those atoms aren't just inanimate. They're like as deep as these relationships. And when they come together in the mind, in the universe that your body is, the spaceship, like it's the fuel. It's the fuel for interdimensional travel. And like
God.
Yeah, that compound is a very sacred prophecy happening on the inside of you. Like that's like you can imagine like a couple dozen like deep beings coming together, and they don't know why, but there they are. They are DMT. And that family is triggering this catalytic shift in your entire essence, your being, on the spiritual level and the physical level. Like think about it, you and I are part of the compound of Earth's DM version of that.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? Like this crew right here, this is causing Earth to have this trip.
I feel like that is, bro. I'm getting a lot of chills right now. Like I feel like, thank you, bro.
This was a question I asked Paul Stamets once when I met him. Is this mycologist? really famous mycologist. He's like pioneered the whole like
Michael Pollan.
stone.
What do you think of that?
Oh, I love Michael Pollan, but I mean Paul Stamets is tapped in, and you know he wrote all these books like Mycelium Running on sort of the plant as a Gaia consciousness.
Oh, I saw that.
And so
Selling Sickness?
So not Selling Sickness, that book's in there, but he wrote a number of different really incredible, like he grow also the, you know, he's just bringing mushrooms to the mainstream, bringing that medicine, microdosing, all that. There's a documentary that came out recently which was amazing, Fantastic Fungi. If you ever get a chance to see it, it's amazing. But in it, it's like our brains are even structured like mycelium. Mycelium is under the ground in any forest, like under your foot, just 1 foot. He was saying in the documentary, there's something like 300 miles of that thread that connects one tree to another, sends messages through the forest.
Yeah. The communication is like Wi-Fi, they're all connected.
Yeah, they have their own internet. And now
Yeah,
here we are
internet,
building
yeah.
our version of the internet, which is just like a mycelium or a mycelium. Like, you know, that the spiritual version of that is what's coming next, where, you know, we don't have these external structures like the internet and phones to send messages. We're actually like confident enough to know we can send the messages through the Aka threads.
Oh yes.
So the Hawaiians call it Aka threads. Yeah, they're like every being's connected to every other being through this thread. And it's just a matter of like resonating it, realizing it, feeling it. You know, because most of the time we're like really, you know, the ego's so in control in this society that we almost like only see what's in front of us.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's coming online. The
Yeah, I
spaceships
feel
are
it.
coming online.
I feel it coming online. We're here. Like, this is our year right here.
Yeah.
Maybe within like a month or a week.
It's coming fast.
It is like,
Yeah, and it's like, God, like you just having the gnosis of that, like the more than just faith, like the knowing that that's true. That knowing is so powerful. I mean, we know that knowing. That's like
it is the clear sky tonight. Let's.
Oh, it's gonna be so clear. Look at it.
Let's
Yeah.
tap in.
Yeah.
Because it's what I know is that we're the ones that's initiating the world. We're the ones we're the ones moving and initiating like ourselves, and then since we're like hitting higher levels like of consciousness ourselves,
Yeah.
we're breaking barriers, and we're like the leaders of this consciousness, and that we are the ones to tell the world, okay, so this is like they're gonna follow us. We're gonna tell them, okay, this is the interfacing technologies. This is what you feel this, you're gonna start seeing this, these are the symptoms. It's okay if you start, if your heart is like overwhelming you and you feel like you hear these high pitched, you know, ear noises, these high pitched voice, like high pitched noises in your ears, buzzing noise.
Yeah. Science can be like, oh, you have tinnitus. It's nothing's going on there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right.
No,
like, yeah, we're feeling the frequency, right? Because it's opening up.
Exactly.
And so you're right. We are like leaderfully pioneering into that space. It's not that anyone else can't do it. That's the eventuality, is that we are special and we're nothing special either. It's like every person has the capacity. And that's like the awakening I'm hoping for. Is just like, it just becomes like, that's gonna go mainstream here. And you know, what a beautiful thing that we get to, you know, we have this like incredible gift of being shown through all these cosmic teachers and listening. Like, we did have to make the choice. Like, you know, sometimes so people think like, oh, we're the chosen people. It's actually, we are the people that chose. We chose, and anyone can choose. Like, and that's the illumination, is like, it's all sovereignly within every person. Like, it's actually within every plant. It's actually within every leaf. And yeah, giving it away. You know, I know there's a stage in the progression for me where you're like, oh my God, I'm seeing everything, like there's something special about me. But then it's like, oh, and almost feeling like this savior complex about it. And then releasing that and just giving it away, whether you're known for it or not. It can be a sacred silent secret if it has
It's like
to
I'm
be.
trying to get this on camera, like I need to record this, you know? And it's like I tried to like record it and it's like, okay, iPhone can't touch the sky. It's like, okay, so like I'm outside, I'm connecting to you. And it's like I feel like sometimes like it's not that I want the credit for it, it's just that I want to show people like, hey, look, you can do this. Like, I'm doing this. How the fuck is this possible? Like, I'm doing this shit. And if I can do it, you can do it.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Like,
you can do it.
What?
You can do it.
And if they see evidence of like, okay, that I've done it and I'm doing it, then that will literally like break the internet.
It will.
That will literally break the internet. Like, if there's a video online, someone's like pulling UFOs, or like
you're just calling them in, just boom.
Some crazy like birds are flying around, and we're like
it's living in the miracle, like living in pure miracle. Like it's not this like one-off that comes and fades, but that it takes some bold ass spirit inside to say like, nah, I'm gonna live in that miracle, and it's not like this heavy-hearted, it's gonna like pass, but actually to stick with it. And like I see you sticking with it, like you're staying in God mode. You're staying in it. That takes vitality. That takes a lot of vitality, and you're gifted. You're wealthy in vitality, brother. You're so fucking wealthy. Like, you're a wealthy man, wealthy star being. You know, you received those gifts and decided to like lean into it.
It took a minute to get there. It took a lot of work.
Yeah, what did it take to get there?
It took just a lot of sacrifice. Like one of the main things that I know that it took for me to get initiated and to get through these gates. It was mainly these gatekeepers. Yeah. Because like I've always been like knocking on these doors for like something to happen, and nothing happened. But then when I started really caring about humanity and wanting to like save the world and make the world a better place, help our mothers, it's like especially the children. Yes. And then it was like, all right, how far am I willing to go to do it? And then when I started saying, okay, I'm willing to put everything on the line and risk my life to save like everyone. If I have to sacrifice myself to do it, I would definitely do it. Like, I would be on some Bruce Willis on Armageddon. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
just like,
I do.
You know, hit that button and just like explode and just free humanity from like dying and suffering. You know? Yeah. So like, and another thing is when I tried to get the camera out and I was like, I really need to film these UFOs. I need to film these birds, these magical, just this phenomenon. And it's like, sometimes it's like, I don't want credit. And it's like, sometimes it's like, all I want to do is be behind the scene and be like working like the magic from behind, like, you know, like helping Earth get in touch, and then like not go viral, like not tell people who I am, not tell people about like this stuff, and like about like the initiations, about like none of the phenomenons, and just like hide, but still like be the magician, you know, and still like playing with magic but in behind the scenes, like no one knows that, like, you know, they're like, all right, we have like there's a star being over here, like someone's attracting UFOs over here, and they just like can't find me, you know. And it's just like I'm here, I go there, and just like doing all this magic and not having like a camera or anything. But yeah, that's it right there. Like I feel like I don't want. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to put my face out there.
Yeah.
Because like there's like a lot of negative things that come with like, okay, I'm God, but I feel like now is a good time to do it because it's the truth. You know,
stop hiding from that.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. And like the stuff, like the light in my eyes and all this magic and all this energy, I see it. Like it's not going away. It's getting like more.
Yeah.
More.
It's flourishing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think that, you know, me letting the world know what's going on with me is that will play a role in not having, or not like, I don't know, like I just know that it's not going away, and nothing, like sometimes if I make a mistake or something like that, or like it doesn't even matter at this point. Sometimes like if I
it's all gonna serve to your transmutation, and by going through it, someone else is going through it too. Everyone's making mistakes. Everyone, like, this is the human experience, and like it's healthy to be human. It's healthy for you. Like and I think sometimes we like in this process, and as we integrate things like video like this, like doing this really vulnerable, you know, exposing the truth of what's happening here. There's messy parts to it too, and that's like gonna be for everyone. And so to give them permission too, you permission, like we all have it to you know, go through mistakes and attune a tone, and like and drop deeper into what's possible, this miracle that's possible. And you know, I think our whole tribe's going through it, and this like unveiling and using the internet as a sacred tool. Like, you know, you say breaking the matrix, breaking the internet, it's like actually attuning it to be a place for like the, you know, all these shadows to come into the light, all of these you know, miracles to come into the light, and not from a place of ego. It's a deep realm of service, you know, to humanity, to see you know, this energy embodied, and to invite others, like welcome, like everyone's welcome into this like soul family that's rising and diving into gnosis, and it's an honor to. I'm grateful to the angels behind the scenes that made this possible, that brought us together on the same night, and like brought you together with the person you see, their eyes. That's your angel. Your angels are working up there to weave that thread, so you wound up at the cafe or the bus stop at just the right time to be seen and to see and to acknowledge it. And then by like mutual acknowledgement, that part that was hiding can come out and be like, oh God, I see you. You see it. Oh my God, we're acknowledging this. And then it becomes safe, and it becomes beautiful.
House check-in downstairs.
Is it right now? Okay, yeah, I gotta wrap this up, but feel free to just like, you know, keep meditating out here and just dive deep. So.
Last night meditation was like a really big breakthrough for me.
Yeah.
And it was just like UFOs like right there, like it's just like, and then it was like this one plane circling in this area, kept going that way, just circling. So it was like, I don't know if like
they're coming to you, you know, and like for them, you are the UFO.
That's true. That's what
You know what I'm saying? They're like
We're
seeing
trying-
you and like, this is an anomaly. We're
Yeah.
picking up on an energetic anomaly, so they're showing up for you. And I think everyone out there that's seeing more than others, like that has something to do with the stage that you're at. They're showing up because they're seeing you. They're getting closer and closer. And humanity as a whole is at a point where it's, you know, the awakened quotient, the sort of like spiritual intelligence quotient, not IQ, but like the spiritual Q is high, is up here, and so they're like, okay, now it's time. Like we're ready to show ourselves.
That's exactly like we had that synchronicity too yesterday where I was talking about you to my friend.
Yeah.
He's the white Jesus, I'm the black Jesus, and I was like, yo, you gotta meet this guy, you gotta come up. I was telling my friend in Chaotic, you gotta get your ass up here, man. We gotta get an RV, we gotta do the Burning Man, are we gonna do like
take this vibration on tour for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Do the eco domes.
Yeah, the eco domes. Let's like
eco-domes.
make it highly scalable, like in tune, harmonic with nature.
Yeah.
Faraday cage inside, so we can like really like, you know, be in a true frequency, hold that frequency, unfettered by EMF, everything else.
Yeah.
Like dip our feet in the water, do yoga in the morning, like
Yeah.
meditate together. 3D printers build new things. You know, okay, hemp nanofibers. What do we got? We got scientists. We got, you know, spiritual, like just next level beings ready to take everything they've learned in humanity and now turn it into something really like in tune with the ecology and the spiritual ecology, the biological ecology, so all of it in harmony. That's coming.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. I wouldn't have had that 12, and then the message from YouTube was Jesus and the Magus the magician.
That's right.
Yeah, I was like, that's that.
That spirit of Jesus, that Christ consciousness is like inside of us.
Yeah.
You know, I say we-sis because it's like it happens in the we. It happens in the we.
It does.
It does, and that's like, you know,
That's
I
facts.
feel humbled to carry that energy, you know, as much as I can, and I see you carrying that energy, brother Jesus, brother Yeshua. You got that, and thank you for waking Jesus up in the eyes of others, because you are Jesus. You, we, I, you, we, you, I, we, you, me, I, Yeshua.
Yes.
Hey.
So yeah, we're gonna have to vlog a Bible, man. You know, because
Well, I guess we're doing it.
Yeah, true. We're doing it.
Yeah, we're listening
Yeah.
finally. I'm just gonna
Like
put it all on.
Because I remember you
threads.
asked Aziz if what would it look like if like these like prophets in the Bible, if they had the internet.
If they had the internet, they'd be like, it would have. And now that it's like we like step back into ask, like, okay, how do we do this? And like, okay, these people will build infrastructure, you know, roads, telephone lines, okay, cell phones. Now we've got this incredible instrument to come into collective, you know, shared awareness with expediency in the physical. Like right now, you are here with us. That's magic. That didn't exist. We would have been on the streets sharing this in like Jerusalem, and now it's just like going to Taiwan and anywhere else, you know,
anywhere,
Africa,
instantly,
Europe. Anyone that's called, and the Spirit can work. The Spirit has connected you, watching this to this moment.
This is why they're waiting for the initiate. They're waiting for towards like the end of time, to where technology get to the point where like everything can be live.
Yeah.
Once everything is live, then the show can begin, and then everyone can witness online that okay, there's UFOs pulling up, and then like everyone can participate in the awakening.
Yes.
Because
yes.
like you know, if internet didn't exist, people were just looking at the skies like.
Not
what's
sure if
going
they're
on?
sharing it with everyone, but now
Yeah.
we can, because we fell out of trust with that. This is helping us, the training wheels, to have the validation that yes, it is being felt, it is being felt, it is being felt, seen. So you're not alone. We're not alone. Yeah. So diving deeper into this zone. And yeah, I'm gonna head to my house meeting, but it's been rad sharing the microphone.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, with this energy. I love you.
I love you, God. Yeah, we're gonna go to Nude Beach. Let's go get married.
I know, we should be that way all the time, you know,
Yeah.
in the jungle, in the
What?
forest, like, yeah, that's what's real. Alright, full reveal, love you. Ja. Ja.